Right, hey guys. Um, I guess it's an update video, and by the title of the video, you'll probably know what it's about. But I'm going to explain how I came to this decision, just quickly. Basically, you'll notice that, like, it's been, well, those of you who watch my videos, which isn't a lot, but still, you'll have noticed that it's been, oh, let me unplug that because that's going to annoy you guys. It's been like maybe like a week or so since I last posted a video, and the reason for that is because I simply haven't been able to post one. I guess like last time I went to record, I sat down. I was recording a game of, well, I'll basically just let you know what it was. It was a game of guys, sorry, if that happens, you're just going to have to live with it because it's just an update video, I'm not playing a game, and my thing is seriously overheating, that's why, and I'll go into why I'm doing this so late now. Okay, so basically I was playing hide and seek with the guys, and blah blah blah. We were playing at full Butterfree because we were like, this would be perfect for a game of hide and seek, let me make a video about it. So we did. Halfway through, people tried to TP to me, and I was like, hell no. Then they tried to TP to someone else who shall remain nameless, but I accepted their TP request to TP into my base. Needless to say, it didn't go well. The fort became under attack for the first time. Luckily I had enough supplies, you know, armour in my chest to fight them off. They destroyed very little, and I guess I kind of got some reasonable loot out of it. I got some armour, weapons and stuff out of it, so it wasn't too bad. Anyway, the next day I log in thinking I'll record the repair, because I couldn't use the footage, because the footage after the for one reason or another I couldn't use it because one, the game had never finished, so I couldn't use that one, and two, the other one I couldn't finish because whilst I was recording, I was pretty silent-ish. I was talking rarely because I was focusing on, so I thought I'm not just going to post out because that's not very interesting. So I thought, oh, I'll just film the cleanup. So go to do that. However, I couldn't log into the faction server, and the reason why was because something had happened with Woofer's his data basically, or something, and he had lost everything on the whole map without a backup. So it was basically a clean start the next day. Started building, and it was like an epic mountain, and I started building again. Next day, there was a sign at spawn, couldn't log back into factions, and he had basically said, guys, I'm closing down the server until summer, to work on things and get everything ready, because I can't do this right now. It's too, you know, which is fair enough. Work's got schoolwork and all that's got to come first, so that was fine. But then it was kind of like, the issue was I had stopped doing like the Pixelmon, which I want to start doing again, but I know there's better ones out there, and you know, it's a bit late to be doing it now. But then I was like, okay, so what to do, because I basically do all my recording on his server, because all I basically record is factions, faction Butterfree, which is obviously on his server, and then I was doing Secret Shadows, which again was being done on his server because I need loads of people, and I currently can't host. So then I was kind of like, what am I going to do? Can I find a new server? I managed to find a new server, pretty much exactly the same, more people, but I was kind of like, well, this is quite a lot of people on here. I'd never be able to do it to the same extent. So I was like, what options am I left with? I was like, I won't be able to even remotely be able to think about hosting a server until, 2 weeks to a month to 1.5 months. I don't know when that is. I was like, I kind of need it. Otherwise it's just going to be single gameplay, and I don't like that much. So one of the other options was, okay, I get a server. I pay for a server to be hosted for me. And like, okay. So I started looking at one, got Woofer's input, got somebody else's input, and I basically found one which I kind of liked. And then I got recommended one which is apparently pretty good. The only downside with it was sorry guys, I can't breathe. My mouth is so dry. Oh. And it was basically like, okay, so what do I do then? Which one do I go with? In the end I decided, I weighed up pros and cons. I was like, I really want to go with one I found. It was way more expensive. It was over double the price. But in theory, I get a better quality of service. So I was like, okay, let me check on this one. I was just like, let me check, because I'm going to go with it. But let me just check, see. We'll just ignore that, guys. I'm so sorry, but we're just going to have to make do here, because it is an update video and this is taking too long to do a third time. Anyway, so I checked. 15 minutes support time, they said. So I quickly sent a message, if you've got bad reviews on your thing, can I really trust you guys? And I was like, and also, if, God forbid, if I'm ever unhappy with it, can I cancel this and get a refund? And then basically 2 minutes later I found out I could have actually gone and found the answers myself. Half an hour later I was still waiting for the response, even though it said like 15 minutes messages. But I'll give them benefit of the doubt that they did say that's for support messages, not pre-sales, so I'll give them that. But the response was actually pretty nice. They were like, oh, hello, yeah, I'm glad that you're thinking of buying a server. They were like, what would you, I know we've got some bad reviews lately on our thing. We've had problems, but we have a lot of customers who are very satisfied. The problem is that as often is the case, that negative views seem to be the only ones people seem to vent in forums, which is true. And he basically said, oh, you're entitled to a refund in roughly a week if you're not happy. I was like, okay then, that sounds reasonable. I was like, okay, I'll get it. I was like, it was a really nice return message. It was well written, and I was like, okay, you were honest. All that. Honesty is all I care about. I was like, do you know what? Even though the other one's cheaper, I will happily pay over double for you guys. I was like, and it seems like I'm getting my money's worth. I'm not completely sure, I mean, everyone's saying I've overpaid for it. I have, and I've paid for something that I didn't need and I will never use. But I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, I mean, it's worth it. I mean, as soon as I came on, I was like, oh my god, this is smooth as whatever. No problem. My command, my panel, my server panel, which I use to I've got access to the console, everything that's said basically, blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, this is amazing. It's like they had permissions, they had group manager all set up, and they had administrators, and they had all the commands put in, and all that. All I needed to do, and here's where it's tricky. It's like all I needed to do was get the plugin, and it's easy to install plugins. All I have to do is click and install from the list. The problem is, I got the first plugin, and then I'm not too sure what the second plugin has to be, which is a problem. So I need to sort that out. Probably do that after I'm done here. But yeah, so that's what happened, guys. And you know, I'm happy with the server. It's hosted in London as well, which is like a huge thing for me because I often play in servers that are like in the US. And you know, you do get it's not as good. Like I came on here, I'm like, oh my god, this is just amazing, so smooth, so everything. I was like, of course I was the only one on at the time, but you know, it's not as smooth as like that on other servers where I've just been the only person on. I think I've got my money's worth here. I've paid for it for about 3 months. I'm happy to renew it in another 3 months if people still want to be playing on it. Until then, basically, I'm sort of in the mind a server until Woofer's back. So I don't know. Which means, unfortunately, I think Faction Butterfree has to go on hiatus until then. If you know. So does Secret Shadows. However, in its place, I'll be doing something else. This server into not necessarily a faction server, more of like a civilization server, sort of Middle Earth. So you know, the idea is that we have hobbits, wizard, all that in different kingdoms, and then I want, instead of like people raiding, I want actual wars going on, which is fun. And then we're gonna have I'll do like server wars, and actually be more fun. And if that's the case, I'm gonna go off and form my own little faction of like wizards, and I'm gonna be the only one in there, because like as we know, all the wizards died in Lord of the Rings. No, they didn't actually. That's a lie. I think there's Radagast survived and Gandalf survived. So we can have 2 wizards. I can have 1 person in my faction, maybe. The brown wizard. The blue wizards, I don't think it's mentioned what happens to them after they sort of go their own way. But yeah, so that's the idea. Let's just go out and show you what I've started on. And I might change it. Also, I can change the server literally at a click of a button from what it is now to Tech It to Feed the Beast. Literally at a click of a button, which is just, it's honestly, it's amazing. And it probably, I'm doing it semi-public, by which I mean anyone's welcome to come on. But I'm not going to be advertising necessarily for people to come on. I know a few people on the other server watch my videos. Hopefully they do. So they can check this out. But yeah, so that's the case. Also, okay. So it's about 9 PM my time, and I don't like recording this late usually. Let's just fly up. Ignore that. So that's sort of the inn, little gazebo, houses. I'm just going to be dotting around the place. This is my pride and joy right here. This is what I like. It's just how, and it's just me. Then I'm going to have this lit up on top once I guess it's open. I'm going to open it tonight. I'll open it now. It's open now. anyone can join if they want to. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. Oh, sorry guys. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I had to go out earlier. A couple, earlier on. And I was just like, ugh. I did a lot of walking. I torn my feet apart, which is not nice. I don't like doing that because it's so painful. And I was just like, we'll just ignore that. It's so far. Yeah, it's definitely me because I'm lagging out. So that's fine. But yeah, I went out because I was like, I was a little bit sad. The reason I'm doing this video now is because I was going to do it tomorrow when I got my new headset, because like I've had a few problems with my health. Was like, what headset am I going to get? Am I going to get a better one? Am I going to get the upgraded one? Am I going to get the really expensive one? I'm like, which one do I go for? Because it's like there was a really expensive one, and then there was like a semi-expensive one, which I was like, okay, I'll get that one if it's a benefit. So it's like the reviews were kind of like, okay, I need to get an opinion. And I was like, but I actually need to get one now. Screw it, I'll just get a replacement of my old one. Good. If I could stop lagging out, that'd be great. Is it on fancy or something? No. Guys. The mate doings. Anyway. And then it came, my mic came about 8 o'clock or so. I was like, okay, just rock out with my headset so late, Amazon. So even then I was kind of like, okay, I really don't want to record right now. And then I got really angry. And I'll tell you for why, right? I hate when people lie to me. I absolutely hate it. Like, I'm honest, everyone else should be as well, because it's like how I expect to be treated, with like a little bit of common respect and decency. But yeah, so that I need to cheer myself up. I'm going on the server. I'm gonna just do this little intro video. Anyone that watches can just send me a message for the IP, and I'll tell you that being said, I might not release it until tomorrow because I still, as I said, I need to get permission sorted. Because no one joining, only because I need to get the plugin sorted, which is protection of all this. I don't know what other plugins. I love that building up there. I think that just looks amazing and very Middle-earthian. Especially with lights coming out. As you can see there, like a few gaps with lights on. I can't fix that. It's because the stairs on the inside, and I'll go up. Just show you guys. And now a new town where people can just go, but I also wanted it to be a place where people are kind of like, I need to go to, to be like that. I want there to be a bit of traffic at spawn from regular people, by everyone, So I was like, what can I do? So if I get up here, I can show you what I probably want to do. Yeah. Which will be, needed pretty badly, I guess. But if you see over there, because this is such a great area, I can do so much with it. I was like, what I want to put up there is a post office. And the way that's going to work is hopefully by using hoppers I can do some magic with that. People's posts being put into separate chests and all that. I'll probably do it by kingdom though, not by individual person, because that is a task and a half as it is. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, this has cheered me up. Anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna go now and be miserable. Be miserable. I might drag Lucas on to help build some stuff. I might drag some other people on to help build some stuff. Whilst I maybe work on the plugins and secretly plot my revenges and just all that good stuff. But yeah, so I'll be fine. Anyway, guys, message me for the IP. Just message me, and I'll send it out to you. Peace out, guys. Peace out.